Now, from Indiana's most watched news station, Pill Problem.
This pain doctor no longer able to write prescriptions, accused of trading drugs for sex. How he was contributing to Central Indiana's drug epidemic.
New direction.
The Colts introduced their new general manager tonight, the changes he wants to make to the team.
Winter winds.
It was nice to see the sunshine today in Central Indiana, but the clouds will win out throughout the day Tuesday, and some of you will be seeing some snow. I'll show you where in my Weather Authority forecast.
Mass mystery.
Pot cookies passed out at church. And tonight, police believe they know who's responsible. The senior citizen facing charges. Fox 59 News at 10 starts right now. And right now, breaking news, 2 teenagers dead. You're looking at the scene of one of those shootings. 2 families devastated tonight. The latest, a 14-year-old shot and killed here on the city's near west side in a restaurant parking lot. A lot to get to tonight. Good evening to you. I'm Fanchen Stinger.
And I'm Dan Spieler. Fox 59's Jill Glavin joins us live now with the latest on this breaking news and the investigation tonight to find the shooter. Jill, what do we know right now?
Well, we know that at this hour, IMPD homicide detectives are interviewing a few witnesses that they were able to talk to at the scene and take back to headquarters. They're trying to piece together details and find whoever did this. Now, this happened at about 7 o'clock tonight at the Popeyes restaurant near 16th and Kessler. Police tell me the victim, who is just 14 years old, was shot in the chest in the parking lot behind the store. Officers were able to get there about a minute later, but at that point they didn't see any suspects. Now, the 14-year-old boy was rushed to Riley Hospital, where he died less than an hour later. This happened as the restaurant was full of customers. Fortunately, no one else was hurt.
There were people inside the restaurant, and there was a individual with him walking out. They had just left. 14's very young. Too young.
Now, we watched as the crime lab processed the scene tonight. There are cameras on the building, so they're looking at those to see if they caught any of this on tape. One witness did tell detectives that a car pulled up and a person shot from inside that car, but they haven't been able to validate that account just yet. Now, at this point, as I said, they are talking to those witnesses who they do have. They're also working to notify this teen's family before they release any more information about him. We'll, of course, bring you the very latest on this investigation as we learn it. Reporting live tonight, Jill Glavin, Fox 59 News.
Sad story, Jill. Thank you. Also tonight, new at 10, a shooting on the east side killed another teenager this afternoon. Police say a 19-year-old man was killed after a shooting in broad daylight at 30th and Mithofer. One person is detained right now in that case. Others are still being questioned. It's not known what caused this shooting. We'll bring you the latest information right here on Fox 59 and online at fox59.com.
And road rage on the city's near north side ends with shots fired this afternoon. We now know a 30-year-old man is recovering tonight after he was found at West 23rd and Fall Creek Boulevard. Police believe this shooting happened after the man was in an accident. Right now, no description of the shooter.
Breaking news right now, just within the last hour, President Donald Trump has fired the acting Attorney General, Sally Yates. Earlier today, Yates took a stand against President Trump over the executive order travel ban that has sparked criticism and outrage across the nation. Yates told Justice Department lawyers today not to make any legal arguments defending that executive order. She has now been replaced by Dana Bonte, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, who is now the acting Attorney General, as the administration waits on Attorney General nominee Jeff Sessions to be confirmed by the Senate. We'll continue to follow these developments tonight. We'll have much more coming up on the travel ban that's in place in just a few minutes.
Also right now, the first public hearing since the Marion County Transit referendum passed. That first hearing just ended. As you can see, it was a packed house tonight. Nearly 60% of voters said yes to this tax increase in November, but it is not official until the City County Council says so. They heard from Indigo about plans to use the money. They also heard from supporters and the opposition tonight, Dan.
So let's see what's the latest now in this case. Let's check in with Fox 59's Deanna Albritton live downtown with the very latest. Deanna.
I am still live upstairs in the City County building because, just as you all just said, this meeting just ended a few moments ago. It's so silent, which is weird because it was so crowded. It was standing room only inside of this room just a little bit ago. And tonight, Indigo inside here publicly stated that with or without federal money they expected to get, they plan to move forward with their plan for 3 rapid transit lines and improve access to current bus routes. Although most people who spoke support the tax, Indigo did still face many questions from some counselors and people who are going to live along some of these lines. Some worried about how large fare revenue increases might have to be, so how much more are riders going to have to pay to get on the buses. Most opponents' concerns were about why the College Avenue Red Line seemed to be prioritized over the blue and purple lines. Those rapid transit systems, as Indigo stated, would serve areas where most current bus riders are concentrated, the blue and purple lines, that is. Despite acknowledging issues, others felt that when the overall plan is implemented, those riders will still benefit.
I know adults are accustomed to getting up at 5 in the morning, but a lot of times scholars aren't. And so they're getting up at 5 in the morning to get to school at 7 to try to get their homework done or to try to get help or just to get there so that they're not late and that they get their education. And so I think it would alleviate a lot of stress on some of our scholars.
They need to go back to the drawing board. And actually, if they take off the dedicated lanes off of College Avenue and Meridian Street, they can fund a much improved bus plan and serve the community better.
There are still a few more meetings, including one this Wednesday evening, before the council is set to vote on February 21st. Something important to understand, just because all the voters passed the referendum back in November, it doesn't mean the council has to actually rubber stamp it. They can decide whether to implement that tax and how much of it to implement. So that is still to be decided, and so people are still planning to come back here for all of those meetings to voice their concerns, hear what the councilors are saying, and of course, we'll keep you updated. Live downtown, Deanna Alberton, Fox 59 News.
Deanna, thanks. Another big update tonight here. The mayor's office has now made a decision on where to build the new criminal justice complex. Mayor Joe Hogsett is expected to announce it will be built at the Citizen Energy Old Coke manufacturing site on the southeast side. The future complex on Prospect Street will be home to a new jail, sheriff's office, and possibly a new courthouse. Mayor Hogsett promising he can build that complex without raising taxes. The mayor's office estimates the new complex will save $35 million a year.
Well, Dan, we are learning much more about the charges tonight filed against an Indiana doctor accused of trading pills for sex. Dr. Tristan Stonger was first arrested last year. He now faces more than 70 charges in Marion, Miami, and Monroe counties. New court documents just unsealed today now reveal Stonger was dealing those narcotics out of his homes in Bloomington and Miami County. Police also say Stonger kept controlled substances in a safe with the names of his clients. Now, a clinical addictions counselor tonight tells us unethical practices like this one creates big problems for people trying to overcome addiction.
So I think the message to the general public is, even if you've got your own issues, and even if those include addiction issues, if there's an unethical professional, it is important to say something. Certainly there is no situation where someone that would be trading pills for sex could be considered a good apple here in the state of Indiana.
Stonger's medical license, by the way, was suspended last year. Well, turning to our weather this evening, the radar is clear tonight in central Indiana. However, some of you could be waking up to snow showers tomorrow. Let's check in with the Weather Authority meteorologist Danielle Dozier tonight. Hi, Danielle.
Hey, Fanchon, that's right. Some of us going to be seeing some snow tomorrow. I think the best chance is going to be north and east of Indianapolis, and we'll time that out for you in just a second. Out there tonight, it is going to be cloudy. We're checking out the sky right now. It's 34 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky and a south wind at 15 miles per hour. The temperatures ranging from 33 in Lafayette to 33 in Muncie and 36 in Bloomington. And the winds are picking up as expected, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour sustained right now out of the south. We will have gusts to about 25 miles per hour overnight tonight. So a gusty night ahead. It'll be windy tomorrow. Guardian radar, as you said, is clear right now, but with clouds thickening up overnight tonight and a disturbance passing through, we're looking at some snow showers developing. And so some of you across northern sections like Peru, even Delphi, Kokomo, Monticello, Marion, you guys may be even seeing some snow by tomorrow morning. I'll have more on this in the rest of the afternoon's forecast in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Danielle, thank you so much. It was a former mayor named Ballard who helped bring the Super Bowl to Indy. Now a new Ballard, unrelated, is going to try to win Indianapolis another Super Bowl. Colts owner Jim Irsay has made his pick for the person who will lead the team's front office.
Yeah, and Colts Nation is pretty excited about this announcement tonight. Indy Sports Central's Dave Griffiths is joining us now with much more on this big announcement today. Dave.
Fanchon, it took Jim Irsay 3 weeks to decide whether to let Ryan Grigson go, but just 9 days to introduce his replacement. Safe to say Chris Ballard wowed the Colts owner and CEO through the interview process. And so Ballard becomes the Colts' new general manager. Introduced to team headquarters today, coming from Kansas City, Ballard helped the Chiefs rebuild from a 2-14 team to this year's AFC West champions. He comes to Indy with wife Kristen and their 5 kids, eager to get to work, joking that he hasn't even slept in 3 nights.
We're going to work together as an organization to build a winning culture that is competing for championships year in and year out. That's easier said than done. And it's going to take a lot of hard work by everybody.
You know, I really feel, to me, Chris is the best candidate for general manager that's come about so far in the 21st century. I mean, that's how impressed we were with him.
Effusive praise from Jim Irsay. No time to waste moving forward either. Waivers begin a week from today. The NFL Combine is less than a month away, and free agency starts on March 9th. Plenty ahead for Ballard. And you'll hear his take on keeping head coach Chuck Pagano. Hint, he's glad to have him tonight on News Point at 11. So Dan Fanchon, that is the deal with the Colts right now. They got their guy.
Best
the guy they want.
Candidate in the 21st century.
I know, right? Jim Irsay is not always, he's not exactly prone to hyperbole either. He's usually pretty straightforward.
Wow.
And so that is a very high compliment.
He does seem like he has a very accomplished resume.
He does.
So.
Hence the excitement tonight.
Exactly.
So we'll look forward to many more successful seasons.
Dave, thank you. We hope so. All right. Cookies laced with marijuana served at a local church, and now charges are filed tonight. An elderly man charged for what could be a simple mistake. The latest on this story up next.
And absolute outrage over President Trump's travel ban, where the executive order stands tonight, and who's supporting and not supporting.
Here's what's coming up next at 10:30.
A major consumer alert tonight, the tax fraud warnings being made by Indiana's new Attorney General, and what you need to look out for next.
Fox is the home of Super Bowl 51. Fox Tuesday.
Whoa, duck season or wabbit season?
The team searches for a shotgun killer, and clues are falling from the sky.
Anybody got a good dry cleaner?
I got the guy.
I use DuPont cleaners for blood. There's no one better.
One is probably enough.
All New Bones, Tuesday on Fox, home of Super Bowl 51. Aisha Husney, weekdays, only on Fox 59, first at 4.
This is what luxury included feels like. Chefs are creating masterpieces. The staff is putting their finishing touches. Bartenders are shaking things up. Butlers are preparing for your arrival. When can we expect you? Sandals, the world's only 5-star luxury included resorts. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
The road can be unpredictable. That's why there's Camry, a safe and reliable car to give you the reassurance you need for the road ahead. Plus, the 2017 Toyota Camry received the NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating. You can't predict what's around the next corner, but it's nice to know you've got a car that can help protect you from it. Tested, trusted Toyota. Lease a new 2017 Camry with zero due at signing or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
On TV, tablets, and phones, we're there for you when it matters most. So you can stay on top of the Indiana winter wherever you are. More meteorologists, more experience, and more ways to get the Fox 59 Weather Authority.
Driven, innovative, growing. That's Ball State University today. Academic quality and enrollment are up. 4 out of 5 of our graduates are employed in their field of study. This fall, we launched New College of Health, joining our highly regarded programs in fine arts, architecture, communications, entrepreneurship, and teacher preparation. And the thing we're most proud of is 3 out of 4 of our graduates choose to stay and work right here in Indiana.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef footlongs, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Ray Cortopassi on Fox 59, Indy's most watched morning news.
Senior citizen is charged with a crime tonight, accused of handing out THC-laced cookies at a local church, sickening some church members in the process. 74-year-old Brian Jones is now charged with criminal recklessness and possession of hash oil. Fox 59's Lindsay Eaton is in Ellettsville tonight with details on this case and the church's reaction. Lindsay.
Police tell us their investigation led them to cookies, and those tainted cookies pointed to one person, a 74-year-old church member.
Pretty odd. Very few cases you see like this.
A case centered around cookies and a church. Back in May, shortly after a Sunday Mass, 6 church members were hospitalized.
As we interviewed people there at the church, they indicated that it had to come from that one gentleman with the cookies.
74-year-old Brian Jones is a longtime member here at St. John's Catholic Church in Ellettsville. Church officials tell us handing out cookies was part of his Sunday ritual, and he'd been doing it for years. But this batch tested positive for THC.
I was very pleased to know that the police were involved and that they were taking things seriously and that they were investigating things appropriately.
At least 6 church members ranging in age from 12 to 70 were hospitalized after feeling nauseous and having high blood pressure and anxiety.
I was really saddened to hear that so many parishioners were ill, and I know that some of those who were at hospital were seriously ill, and so that saddened me.
Even though Ellettsville Police Chief Jimmy Durnall told us it didn't take long to solve this case, it took 8 months for any charges to be filed.
The prosecutor had to review the case. It took quite a long time to determine how much marijuana was actually in the cookies and how it was done.
Father Daniel Mahan tells us Jones is well known at the church, and the congregation is now focused on healing.
We're praying for everybody involved. We're praying for Mr. Jones, and we're keeping in prayer those who took ill that Sunday, and we're praying for justice with mercy.
This gentleman's I'm sure a good person, and I'm sure he just made a mistake.
We did try to talk to Mr. Jones. He wasn't home when we stopped by. In Ellettsville tonight, Lindsay Eaton, Fox 59 News.
Tonight, a burglar sneaks his way into a business by cutting a hole in a wall. And what's really disturbing about this is it's becoming more and more common. A burglar cut a hole in the wall of this check cashing business after breaking into Mr. Dan's restaurant, which was vacant right next door. That was early Saturday morning and just west of downtown on Washington Street. And police are telling us tonight another burglar did the same thing to break into a liquor store in early January and a tobacco shop in late February. The word to business owners tonight, check your security systems.
If that's putting an extra barrier in front of the wall, that may take longer. You have an alarm system that'll go off, and then you put another, cabinet in front of it. Anything that's going to keep them from getting into your business.
Investigators think the alarm system at the Check Cash Express scared that burglar away before they were able to steal anything. By the way, anyone with information on this case, call Crime Stoppers 262-TIPS.
It's the big breaking news tonight in Washington. President Trump has fired the acting Attorney General, Sally Yates. We told you about this at the top of the hour. Yates taking a stand against the president's executive order travel ban, telling Justice Department lawyers earlier today not to make legal arguments defending that order. Now she has been replaced by Dana Benty, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, who is now the acting Attorney General tonight. Officials in the U.S. and across the globe still voicing their reaction to President Trump's travel ban. The White House says the change in policy was a, quote, major success and will help keep the country safe. But Democrats and many opponents are vowing to fight back tonight. Diane Gallagher has the latest from Washington.
Someday we had to make the move, and we decided to make the move.
That move created shockwaves around the world as the U.S. closed its doors to refugees and immigrants from 7 countries for at least 90 days. The reaction from opponents was swift. Thousands of protesters flocking to airports across the country, voicing their outrage.
Oh, if they're targeted, we're all targeted. And so we're going to stand together.
We are a nation of immigrants, and we must stand together for the truth of our country.
The White House says this move shouldn't be a surprise. It's what Donald Trump campaigned on, but critics say the rollout of the new rules left people confused. Sources tell us the Department of Homeland Security had to make a legal analysis after the order was signed. A federal judge issued an emergency stay for part of the order on Saturday night.
You don't know when the next threat's coming. You don't know when the next attack's coming. And so the best you can do is to get ahead of it, because if you wait, you're going to be reacting.
The move marks a sharp shift in U.S. counterterrorism strategy. A handful of Republicans voiced their concern with the move, including Senators John McCain and Lindsey Graham. But the White House insists that the move is legal and warranted.
This focus on securing our borders and our homeland was obviously a major part of what the president campaigned on. And now he's doing exactly what he told the American people he would do.
Some leaders from European allies in Britain, Germany, and France voiced their criticisms of the ban. In Washington, Diane Gallagher.
And there is new concern from some Indiana lawmakers on both sides of the aisle tonight over the president's immigration ban. Republican Congresswoman Susan Brooks calling on the Trump administration for more information and more clarity. Brooks tells us she does not support any type of religious test for immigrants or refugees. Meantime, some are calling for a repeal of the executive order, including Congressman Andre Carson, who is one of 2 Muslims in Congress.
I think he's not only dog whistling, he's saying overtly to his base, by being outrageous, I'm making good on my campaign promises to build a wall to stop Muslims from coming to the country.
Administration officials remain adamant tonight that the order does not specifically target Muslims. The 90-day ban bars refugees and migrants from 7 predominantly Muslim countries from entering the United States.
Well, in the first 24 hours after the order was signed, 109 people out of over 300,000 were detained at airports nationwide. Some were sent back to the country they were traveling from. Hassan Miki Khan was an Iranian American living in Indianapolis, and even though his brother has a green card, which is not part of the restrictions, he canceled his travel plans to Iran out of fear he might not be allowed back.
My mother was on the phone and say, hey, tell your brother not to come, so he's not going back.
Right now, there's no word on what will happen once this temporary ban expires.
A shakeup to national security that some experts say is unprecedented. Who the president is bringing to the table on national security issues and who he could be pushing further away.
The fire that killed 4 little girls, it is devastating news tonight. It was intentionally set. That is what we're finding out this evening about the investigation to find who's responsible.
Brett Baker on Fox 59, Indy's most watched morning news. Cold, harsh, and unforgiving. Winter. It's when the forecast can make or break your day.
That's going to make travel very difficult.
That's why day or night on TV, tablets, and phones, we're there for you when it matters most. So you can stay on top of the Indiana winter wherever you are. More meteorologists, more experience, and more ways to get the Fox 59 Weather Authority.
Start the new year in a new Kia. It may be a little cool, but our deals are still hot. A new 17 Soul, $189 a month. Drive a new 17 Sportage, $199 a month. Racecom and Kia, 1300 North Shadeland Avenue.
This man isn't very efficient. He's not particularly thrifty. And he doesn't always make the best use of his time. But he never wants to spend a penny or a second more than he has to.
He's working on that scholarship!
That's why Safe Auto has a 3-minute quote that could save you 25% on car insurance. Makes sense, so you don't have to. Safe Auto.
Carew Car Wash. Go unlimited. Unlimited washes, unlimited savings, and your second month free when you sign up by March 12th.
I had to do something. Did not smile in any pictures that were taken of me.
Not a way to live your life. A smile is you, your personality.
I was hoping I could smile again. And dentures was not an option.
You can't taste much, and you have to do this.
Turning Point ended up being the answer.
At Turning Point, all we do are dental implants. With our free consultation, 3D imaging, or even a second opinion, it costs nothing to find out. Call 866-TURNING or visit turningpointdentalimplants.com.
I don't know. Going back to school just seems impossible.
Allison, what's the real issue here?
It's too much money, and there's not enough time.
That's why WGU reinvented higher education. You can move through courses faster and graduate for half the cost.
Really?
Honey, just listen to the bird.
You okay?
Online, nonprofit, and surprisingly affordable. WGU Indiana. It's a new kind of you.
Go south and save early this year at the state's largest Mitsubishi dealer,
where Indiana comes to buy their new Mitsubishi.
Like this all-new Outlander for only $279 a month.
Check out a new Outlander Sport starting at $249 a month.
That Ray Skillman Southside Mitsubishi.
Well, former Indiana Senator Dan Coats has yet to be confirmed as President Trump's National Intelligence Director, and his role could look a bit different.
Yeah, a lot of talk about this in Washington, and a major shakeup for Trump's National Security Council tonight that's drawing a lot of criticism. The president announced his chief strategist, Steve Bannon, is being elevated to a permanent spot on the National Security Council. That is outraging even some Republicans tonight. The Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Director of National Intelligence will no longer have a standing seat on a group known as the Principals Committee. Experts say this move is unprecedented. Tonight I spoke with Republican Congressman Jim Banks from Indiana, who says Dan Coats needs to have a seat at that table.
But because of Senator Coates' strong background in national security and as a major player in the intelligence, the significance of the intelligence community, of the role that he will be in, it seems important and imperative to me that he would be a seated voting member of the NSC. And that's why I'm simply calling on the president to reconsider the decision he's made.
Now, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer pushing back on this a bit today, brushing aside that criticism and claiming it's not much of a change at all. We'll keep you posted. Meantime, Canadian authorities in Quebec City spent the day investigating an attack on a mosque that left 6 people dead and 5 others hospitalized.
Yeah, we know tonight one person is under arrest. Authorities are trying to figure out if more people are involved in this attack. People who were there say at least 2 men with guns, dressed in black, fired at random inside that mosque Sunday night. This is being investigated as of right now as an act of terrorism. 39 people inside were able to escape uninjured.
Muslim Quebecers, we are with you. This is your home. You're welcome here. We are all Quebecers.
And we do have word the White House says President Trump did speak with Prime Minister Trudeau to offer condolences.
Here's what's coming up next at 10:30.
A lot of people outraged over this tonight. The fire that killed those four little girls in Florida. Well, that fire may have been intentionally set. What investigators are finding inside the house.
A warning being issued tonight for all Hoosiers getting ready to file their taxes. What you need to watch out for.
And the kids at the bus stop need a winter coat. It'll be windy. Temperatures will be in the middle 30s, but it'll feel more like the mid 20s. Coming up, we are tracking some snow in the 7-day forecast. Find out when.
A beautiful woman, a secret life, and a murder.
Who pulled the trigger?
And on Friday, 2 beautiful sisters shot in the backseat of a taxi. The 911 call.
What's going on, man?
I'm dying. The shocking motive and suspected killer.
He's a monster.
Crime Watch Daily.
Tomorrow at 3 on Fox 59.
It's Midnight Madness this Friday from 4 p.m. till midnight at Ashley Home Store. Take up to 30% off or pay no interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase. Midnight Madness, 8 hours only this Friday. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Want lotion for skin that glows?
Skin that glows? My skin gets so dry and itchy, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Skin Repair. 48-hour moisture in one use and guaranteed relief for dry, itchy skin. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my skin back.
Fireworks of flavor.
Fireworks of flavor? My lips get so dried and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. All-day moisture in one use and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my lips back.
The road can be a dangerous place. That's why Toyota has 13 vehicles that come standard with Toyota Safety Sense, an advanced suite of active safety technology to help you stay alert to changing road conditions at no extra cost. You can't avoid surprises on the road, but you can protect yourself from them. Tested, trusted Toyota. Lease a new 2017 Corolla with 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR for 60 months on Corolla. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, Let's go places.
Contrary to the cliche, leaders aren't born, they're made. One credit hour at a time. At Marian University, our high-values, hands-on atmosphere has produced trailblazers in healthcare, science, business, education, and ministry. Whatever your passion, we're your path, because how far you go has a lot to do with where you start. Marian University, developing leaders.
There's never been a better time to donate to Goodwill.
This just in. Visit Goodwill the first Saturday of every month for our 50% off sale.
What he said.
Download the FOX59 Weather Authority app today. The largest weather team with the most experience, now on the go. Track severe weather with real-time radar wherever you are. It's fast, easy, and free. Powered by Forum Credit Union.
This Friday at Ashley Home Store. Doors open at 4 p.m. with massive savings. For 8 hours only. Take up to 30% off or pay no interest for 5 full years with no minimum purchase. Midnight Madness. 8 hours only. Starting at 4 p.m. this Friday. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
All right, we've got some breaking news just coming to the Fox 59 newsroom. Our partners at the Indy Star now reporting tonight. The Indy 11 will file to join the MLS. That is the highest professional soccer league in the nation. Less than 30 days ago, the team's current league received a stay of execution. MLS recently announced it hopes to expand by 4 teams. The Indy 11 are the 12th team to apply to join the league now. A proposal to build the team a new stadium, as you know, has been pushed in the State House for the past few years, but each time it has failed, so we'll have to watch this closely to see if anything changes.
Yeah, very interesting developments there tonight. Well, just some miserable weather in Cleveland right now. Northeast Ohio getting covered with lake effect snow. This morning, that snow is falling at a rate of 2 inches per hour. The snow plows couldn't keep up. That caused a big mess on the roads for the morning commute. What about our forecast around here? Danielle will have your full Weather Authority forecast in just a minute, but first, tonight's top story.
2 teenagers are dead tonight after 2 shootings. That means 2 families are devastated. This happening on the near west side. We know a 14-year-old was shot outside a Popeye's restaurant near 16th and Kessler. Officers right now do not have any suspects in the shooting. They are looking at cameras on the buildings nearby. One person who saw the shooting told police a car pulled up and a person shot from inside that car.
On the east side tonight, police say a 19-year-old was killed after a shooting in broad daylight. This happened at 30th and Mithofer. Tonight, one person is being detained. Others are being questioned. It's not known what led up to this shooting.
And just tonight, within the last hour or so, President Donald Trump fires the acting Attorney General Sally Yates. Yates took a bold stand against Trump over the executive order travel ban targeting 7 countries. Yates actually told the Justice Department lawyers not to make legal arguments defending the executive order. Once again, President Trump just fired her tonight. So now, Dana Boente, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, is now the acting Attorney General. And I think I pronounced his name incorrectly. What was Dana?
Dana Benti?
Benti. Benti. New acting Attorney General.
We're going to keep following that story. We're also following our weather on this Monday night. So good to see the sunshine.
It was.
What a nice way to start the
week.
Yeah.
I know, right? I mean, if it's going to be Monday, you got to have some sunshine out there. We've just
and
had.
It's been so long.
Yes, so many cloudy days, so the sun was nice to see out there. It was a very frigid morning, though. The coldest in 3 weeks here in central Indiana, by the way, as temperatures fell into the teens and the snow still covering Victory Field on our time lapse here. over Indianapolis and downtown, but the snow, as you see, melting in spots with the sunshine today. Temperatures just above the freezing mark. And if you were out and about a little bit earlier this evening when the sky was clear, we actually could see the waxing crescent moon, and just above it was Venus. So if you were looking and you saw that bright dot in the sky above the moon, that was indeed Venus out there tonight. Well, right now it's 34 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky and a south wind at 15 miles per hour. Guardian radar is currently quiet. This after some snow showers up to our north and east earlier this afternoon. But we continue to track snow across Wisconsin, Michigan, even Ohio. You can see Minnesota seeing the snow. This is associated with a low pressure system that's going to be coming down from that direction overnight tonight through the day tomorrow. It's going to be dragging some lake effect snow showers through Indiana, specifically the northern section and the northeastern part of the state overnight tonight into the day tomorrow. And here are some stats in terms of our snowfall. I know a lot of us bought the snow blowers and the snow plows for this season, but hey, check it out. 6.6 inches. That's all the snow we've seen. The normal is 16 inches season to date. Look at the years past, though. 2013, 2014, if you want a little bit of perspective here, we had already had 35.6 inches of snowfall. Well, let's check out our morning lows this morning. We're in the teens area-wide, 15 in Indianapolis, the coldest since January 8th, but Terre Haute getting down into the single digits and then climbing into the low to middle 30s out there today. Right now it's 34 degrees, 33 in Lafayette, 36 in Bloomington, and temperatures will rise slightly overnight tonight. We are expecting mid-30s out the door tomorrow morning, so while it'll be cold enough for a coat, it won't be as cold as what we had out there this morning. And you saw the winds. They're breezy out there right now out of the south, and those winds will be shifting around to the west-southwest throughout the day tomorrow. It's going to be a two hands on the wheel kind of day as the winds start out gusting to 25 miles per hour, increasing with gusts to 30 miles per hour throughout the morning and around the early afternoon. That'll put your wind chills down in the low 20s, so it'll actually feel about 10 degrees colder than the actual air temperature both tomorrow morning and throughout the afternoon as well, as temperatures top out to near 40 degrees. Overnight tonight, cloud cover, some lake effect snow showers across northern parts of the state and northeast, places like Monticello, even perhaps into Kokomo. Of course, Peru included, Marion, maybe even Muncie getting in on some snow throughout the day tomorrow. We'll watch it. A sprinkle or a flurry can't be ruled out here, but I think our next best chance will be coming late Tuesday night into Wednesday of seeing a rain-snow mix as a trough of low pressure kind of hangs around the area. So we'll watch that. 35 tonight. We're up to 40 degrees tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday do look dry before more snow and rain chances arrive as we head into Sunday. So you'll see this here on the 7-day forecast. Fanchon, Dan, over to you.
Danielle, thank you so much. Still to come tonight, these 4 little girls killed in a house fire. And now we're finding out that fire was set on purpose. It is outrageous. What investigators say they found inside this house.
And it's a political statement drawing a lot of criticism tonight. An Indiana homeowner has put this effigy of President Trump on his property. We'll have the latest on that coming up.
And on tonight on Newspoint, it's been 1 year since a horrific car crash nearly took the life of a gifted high school senior. Tonight, how he continues to defy the odds on his road to recovery. Plus, if you have trouble staying off social media, the reason might be genetic. We'll explain the role your DNA plays in the amount of time you spend online. Tonight on Newspoint.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Terry Lee Hyundai, because there's no place like Noblesville.
Hi, I'm Mike Ball with another money-saving tip from Fast Track.
With some utility companies, you can save up to 35% by installing a hybrid heating system in your home. Let Fast Track show you the best solution to your home comfort needs. Visit fasttrackmechanical.com.
You want to hear a positive review? Just ask an Indy Honda customer.
Very helpful. I came in and was 1, 2, 3 and had the vehicle and I was out the door.
Satisfied customers are the key to our success.
Lease a Honda CR-V for just $199 a month or get 0.9% financing for 60 months.
Bob Roman's Indy Honda, US 31 South at Stop 12, Indy.
Sorry, girl, but Checkers and Rallies is back with the 4 for $3. Now I can pick from 4 sandwiches, like this new crispy bacon and cheese-covered bacon cheddar crisp with fries, apple pie, and a drink. All without breaking the bank. Choose one of 4 sandwiches with fries, apple pie, and a drink for just $3. For even more deal with your meal, text Foodie to 88001. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
At IPL, we're more than power and light. We're a team of people dedicated to reliable power who live and volunteer in the same communities as you. In fact, we're more like Indianapolis Power and
Brandy.
Mark. Michael. IPL, a current of real people.
Why do people come from all over the world to PAI Medical Group? No other hair restoration facility offers both our trademarked multi-unit hair grafting procedure and ARTIS FUE robotic hair transplants. None.
PAI Medical Group, great people, great technology, and great results.
Find out if multi-unit hair grafting or the latest procedure available, the ARTIS robotic process, is right for you.
For your free private evaluation, call PAI Medical Group now or WeGrowHairIndy.com.
Sport reigns supreme, and we cover it all, so you can get unrivaled access whenever, wherever. Where there is sport, there's Indy Sports Central.
Start the new year in a new Kia from Ray Skillman Kia. It may be a little cool, but our deals are still hot. And we have hundreds of new vehicles to choose from. A new 17 Forte, $139 a month. A new 17 Soul, $189 a month. Drive a new 17 Sportage, $199 a month. Plus huge savings on the last remaining 2016s. Ray Skillman Kia, 1300 North Shadeland Avenue. Or RaySkillmanCars.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Ball with another money-saving tip from Fast Track.
With some utility companies, you can save up to 35% by installing a hybrid heating system in your home. Let Fast Track show you the best solution to your home comfort needs. Visit FastTrackMechanical.com.
What kind of person would intentionally set a fire that killed 4 little girls, young sisters? Well, that is what investigators are trying to figure out right now after a fire in Florida was just determined to be set on purpose. Fire investigators found accelerants in several parts of this home. The fire is believed to be intentional, and investigators cannot say where or how it started. Of course, this is 2 months after the fire killed those 4 sisters and sent their mother to the hospital.
The hard thing about fire investigations is that the fire destroys the evidence a lot of times. So, you're trying to sift through what you can to find the information to help you, lead you to a determination.
Right now, there are no suspects, but if you know anything, you are asked to call the state arson line. There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case.
A Muncie man now faces charges for setting an apartment complex on fire. Police say Thomas Walker climbed into his ex-girlfriend's apartment while she was sleeping. When she woke up, she saw Walker, and the two got into an argument there. Investigators say he went to the bathroom and set a towel and a pair of boxers on fire. The flames damaged the floor, the shower, and the door. Walker is now facing arson charges tonight. We've got a warning tonight from Indiana's new Attorney General. What you need to know before you file your taxes this year, we'll tell you coming up.
And it is a controversial political statement what an Indiana man put up in his yard. It has a lot of people upset tonight.
The days are cold, but the deals are hot at Honda of Fishers. Check out our hot zero-down payment leases on a new Accord Hybrid or Accord LX sedan. Beat the cold and find a hot deal this month at Honda of Fishers.
Improve your water quality with Omni water filters from Menards. Right now, get a heavy-duty taste and odor filter cartridge for only $14.99 or save on a heavy-duty whole house filter system for just $49.99. Menards has the appliances you're looking for. All of the top brands with all of the latest features and styles. Get this LG steam washer or electric dryer right now, only $719 each. Now during the Price Right sale.
Save big money at Menards.
We say hello. We say goodbye. We plan our weekend and our future. We look closely. We see a different point of view. We love what makes us Indy and what makes us America. Indy Star is now part of the USA Today network, bringing Indianapolis to our nation and our nation to Indianapolis. Together, we'll bring you a better today.
Find your happy place. For $1 down and then $10 a month, the judgment-free zone is where you belong. $1 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. $1 down and then $10 a month. Offer ends January 31st. Because everyone can use a little love. The world judges. We don't. Join now in club or online at planetfitness.com. Offer ends January 31st. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Whether you're looking to explore nature in a versatile 200 horsepower 2017 Tiguan, road trip with friends in a sporty fuel-efficient Jetta, or spend some quality family car time in a Volkswagen Passat, you'll find that all three come with a standard turbocharged engine, and they're all available with great deals right now at your local Volkswagen dealer.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Passat S for just $199 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Isn't it time you finished your degree? At Kaplan University, your previous experience can help you save money and earn your degree faster. Transfer credits saved bachelor's graduates an average of $32,000 off the full Kaplan University online tuition. And with scholarships, you can save $6,000 or more on your bachelor's degree, or $4,000 or more on your associate's. It's time to finish what you started. Kaplan University.
The days are cold, but the deals are hot at Honda of Fishers. Check out our hot zero down payment leases on a new Civic sedan or all-wheel drive CRV. Beat the cold and find a hot deal this month at Honda of Fishers.
Got a consumer alert for you tonight. Tax season is officially underway, and the IRS is now accepting electronic tax returns.
But that also means the bad guys are out there and they are working hard to get your information and your money. So tonight, Fox 59's Jesse Wells shows you how to protect both.
Answering her phone, an Indianapolis woman is told the man on the other end is with the IRS and she owed the government $3,700.
I just was scared, didn't know what to do.
The caller told Elvira to go to the ATM to get some cash for a down payment or she'd have to go to jail.
He told me go to the bank, take out $500, so I did.
Elvira admits she did withdraw some money, but at the last second, she called police and avoided falling victim.
I talked to the lady for 911, and she told me to turn around.
Elvira certainly isn't alone. In 2015, the Indiana Attorney General's office took 652 reports of tax fraud involving identity theft and more than 3,500 complaints of IRS impersonations. In 2016, the number of ID theft cases went down, but false IRS complaints increased to more than 3,700.
There are folks out there who will take advantage, and if it looks too good or if it looks strange, contact someone and find out.
New Attorney General Curtis Hill says the real IRS doesn't make phone calls. Hill also says filing a tax return as early as possible is a good way to avoid falling victim to scammers.
That way, if you've got your information in by February and you get a call at the end of March and someone explaining something, well, you're already ahead of the game and you know what's going on.
I hope that other people understand that they don't fall the same situation like me, because it is really scary.
Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Now, if you are contacted by someone you think is a scam artist, police say write down the phone number and make sure you file a complaint with either the AG, the FCC, or your local police department.
A rough day on Wall Street as the markets took a tumble, the Dow falling back below the 20,000 mark. Some investors nervous after President Trump's travel ban. Energy companies took the biggest losses today. Airline stock also fell. Another day, another executive order. President Trump signed one tonight, this one aimed at business. The order requires every business to remove 2 regulations when a new one is added. Trump says the purpose is to make opening and expanding businesses easier for Americans. Regulatory agencies will identify which regulations to cut, but the White House will make the final decision.
And another executive order opposed. Ford speaking out tonight against President Trump's travel ban. The auto giant sent a letter to its employees saying the policy goes against company values. This is not the first time Ford has sparred with the president. Mr. Trump has repeatedly blasted the company for making cars in Mexico. And because of Trump's travel ban, several airlines are also promising refunds to people affected by the ban. American Airlines says it is helping people with rebooking options. United Airlines is offering customers refunds and other accommodations, and Delta says it will also be reaching out to help travelers. As of tonight, 109 people have been redirected because of the ban.
Former President George H.W. Bush is out of the hospital tonight. The 92-year-old was admitted more than 2 weeks ago with a respiratory issue related to pneumonia. Bush spent several days in intensive care. His wife, former First Lady Barbara Bush, was at the same hospital for bronchitis. She was released last week after a course of antibiotics.
Well, tomorrow is your last day to sign up for Obamacare. The Department of Health and Human Services, we told you last week, pulled its advertising campaign, which promoted the end of open enrollment. Of course, advocates and insurers were upset about that. They say the final days attract younger and healthier consumers. The Obama administration projected nearly 14 million people would sign up for coverage this year.
A new device could be an Alzheimer's breakthrough. It's called the Neuro-EM. It uses electromagnetic waves that help with memory loss. Patients would wear the cap for an hour, twice a day for 2 months. They won't hear or feel anything. It won't reverse Alzheimer's, but doctors hope it will at least stop the disease from progressing.
A man kills 2 pedestrians and injures 7 other people in Kentucky, and now he is facing murder charges tonight. Police say Chad Erdley lost control of his car early yesterday morning. Officers say he hit a parked car, then went into a parking lot where he hit 9 people. He is charged with 2 counts of murder, first-degree assault, and driving under the influence.
Marijuana is officially legal tonight in the state of Maine. Recreational marijuana use became legal there in the state today. The referendum was passed in November and was confirmed by a recount last month. Adults over the age of 21 can now possess up to 2.5 ounces of marijuana. It must be purchased from retail dispensaries and cannot be used in public.
Well, a man wants his opinion to be known in his Hoosier neighborhood tonight. He has put up a display that looks like President Donald Trump in a tree in his front yard, and some neighbors are not happy about this man's protest. But this isn't the only statement in his yard. Cater Pesura shows us the other ways he's protesting.
It's kind of shocking. Honestly, I don't necessarily like it. I'm not real excited about it being in my neighborhood.
Neighbors in the Oakdale neighborhood are uncomfortable with this hanging Trump doll that appeared on their street after Donald Trump got inaugurated.
I think I can respect his right to do that, to have it there. I wish he wouldn't. I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's respectful to Trump and a lot of the people that, you know, voted for him to be president. I don't think they should do it, but I think it's their right that they have, you know, the right to free speech. So I'm not going to say that they have to take it down, but I wish they would.
We're told the home belongs to an Army veteran, but he wouldn't talk to us this afternoon. The hanging Trump doll is adorned with the flag of the former Soviet Union. A sign hanging on the front of the house says, quote, "Trump is a disgrace to America and makes me ashamed I ever served." It's just one of several anti-Trump signs at the home.
Honestly, I'm not going to do anything about it. So if someone else wants to, I mean, if I ever see him, I might tell him I don't really like it. I'm not opposed to that.
Oakdale neighborhood president Tom Tiernan gave the following statement. We're all for free speech, but we are concerned that a line has been crossed and about what to do next. Tiernan said the neighborhood association is discussing possible actions.
And police say this is a form of free speech and they cannot make that homeowner remove it.
It's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. Don't mess with a moose. What was caught on camera when a couple of hikers ended up running for their lives. We'll show you coming up next.
And then coming up all new on Newspoint tonight, it has been 1 year since a high school student was seriously hurt in a crash. We're going to show you his amazing recovery and what he's looking forward to next. You won't want to miss it.
Aisha Husney, weekdays only on FOX59, first at 4.
Go south and save early this year at the state's largest Mitsubishi dealer.
where Indiana comes to buy their new Mitsubishi.
Like this all-new Outlander with third-row seating, a spacious interior, and a 2016 top safety pick. All for only $279 a month.
Also check out a new Outlander Sport with 31 MPG starting at $249 a month. Both with the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
At Ray Skillman Southside Mitsubishi, just a half-mile north of the Greenwood Park Mall, or at RaySkillmanCars.com.
If you love to watch what you want, when you want it, anywhere you want, Xfinity is the clear choice with this incredible offer. Get internet and TV with a choice of HBO or Showtime for just $39.99 a month. Download the Xfinity TV app and your content is mobile, and watch those favorites on the go with millions of Xfinity's fastest nationwide hotspots. Combine all that with in-home internet service of 25 megabits per second for just $39.99 per month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Contrary to the cliche, leaders aren't born, they're made. One credit hour at a time. At Marian University, our high-values, hands-on atmosphere has produced trailblazers in healthcare, science, business, education, and ministry. Whatever your passion, we're your path, because how far you go has a lot to do with where you start. Marian University, developing leaders.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged due to reckless digging. So Indiana relies on these 811 superheroes. Derek the Builder.
I dig for a living, but I always contact 811.
Mary the Gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the Contractor.
I contact 811 before I do my work.
Prevent damage or injury. Call 811 anytime or go online, 811now.com. This message is sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and this station.
We have an adorable update to show you tonight on those puppies found in a dumpster. They were abandoned hours after they were born. Well, now look at these little guys. They are 6 weeks old and they are ready to find their forever homes. They were saved by IMPD officer Scott Charleswood when he heard them crying in a dumpster just days before Christmas. Look at them jumping around, playing so happy. Charleswood took them to a rescue organization. Every dog counts.
It is pretty horrifying. I don't know what would make somebody put puppies into a trash bag and just throw them out like that. Certainly there's people out here that are willing to take care of them and want to love them.
Doesn't that make you want a puppy? The pups will be ready to go to a loving home in about a month. Even though they're tiny now, they are expected to get as big as 90 pounds. 90 pounds of unconditional love. All right, this is some incredible video. An angry moose taking it out on some hikers in Utah. Check this out. Watch as that moose charges the camera and other people standing right there. He's like, what are you doing in my home? They say another hiker's dog spooked the moose, causing it to charge at them. Here he comes. The group ended up stranded because the moose just would not leave the trail and actually blocked their way to safety. Eventually, they hiked their way out of there.
She came down and she was like a steamroller. When she came down, we only had seconds, before she was right on us.
Now, wildlife experts say encounters like this are more common this year because of all the snowfall that is pushing wildlife lower to those lower elevations. They say if you do come across a moose this will happen to, slowly back away. If you can't get to safety, wait it out from a distance.
A moose on the loose.
That's right.
Yeah, wow. All right, it's almost Super Bowl game day. The Patriots are already in Houston to prepare. Players and coaches landed today. The Atlanta Falcons arrived in Houston last night. Both teams doing the Super Bowl opening night tonight. That's where they talk with the media ahead of the big game on Sunday. But before the Patriots landed in Houston, their fans gave them a big send-off. Thousands of fans showed up to hear quarterback Tom Brady speak before the team flew to Houston. Brady told fans to rest, to hydrate, and to expect an extraordinary Super Bowl game on Sunday. Don't forget, you can watch the game right here on Fox 59 Sunday night. Our coverage starts really all day. Let's say the pregame starts at 11 a.m., I think, and the game itself starts at 6:30 on Sunday night, right here on Fox.
I watched a little bit of those interviews. Atlanta, they're hyped, man.
They're excited.
They're
Dwight
really
Freeney
excited.
is on the Falcons.
Yes.
That'd be fun for Dwight Freeney to win another title.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what we got coming up?
Hey guys, coming up next tonight on Newspoint, a 14-year-old shot and killed on the west side, one of several shootings today. We're going to tell you what we're learning about that teen and what led up to the violence. And how you use social media could be in your DNA, why the time you spend online may have something to do with genetics.
A windy night in store and a windy day Tuesday. We'll have the timing on that and the snow coming up.
And a new kind of therapy, why some adults are trying out a new technique where they swaddle them